Okay, I'm not so sure about this procedure. Wouldn't it have been easier to cut the cabbage in half than to peel off 12 leaves individually? Oh well, I'll just follow it as directed. I wrist them off, and I guess I'm gonna lay them out and cut them as if they were lettuce leaves. Oh well, would have been easier just to cut it in half than to chop it up with a knife. Don't know why it says to use scissors. Would have been a lot faster to use a knife rather than scissors. So I just used the carving knife to chop up the cabbage instead of the scissors. Processor has limited capacity. See what happens if I put it on low and make sure it doesn't spill out. Well, it isn't plugged in. Try again. Okay, it's working. Power, please don't blink. Okay, good. Pulse. So far, so good. That's exactly what I was afraid of. At least I got the amount I needed. At least I know what's wrong with the blender now. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a crack in it. That explains why the fluid was leaking out. Thankfully I was able to collect most of it. Hopefully I'm not short as far as liquid is concerned. But I might have to cut down the amount of liquid per experiment. This is the distilled water I'm using. It says vapor distilled. So, sometimes distilled water is not neutral, so I have no idea how it's going to affect the pH. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go to Sinclair in time to get my pH test kit to double check the cabbage indicator, but I do have something else. I have an aquarium pH kit that I can test to double check the experiment. Hopefully it works. Hopefully this experiment goes to plan, because I have just barely enough liquid for every single cup. The 4 liquids it said to try, and the baking soda and control. Safer liquids first. First I'll be using the vinegar and the phosphoric acid, because I don't want to contaminate the experiments too much. And then I'll just pour the other ones and eyeball them, because the leftover acid could affect the results. Already the vinegar has lightened the solution up. It's pinkish or reddish compared to the others that I haven't added anything yet to. Next up is the phosphoric acid. Not surprisingly, the phosphoric acid is slightly lighter than the vinegar solution, although I was expecting something lighter. Only I'll confirm with the pH test kit just to make sure. Next up is the ammonia. I poured it in this time. It turned the solution a bluish green. Last time I remember, ammonia weakly dissociates in water, and it's only a weak base. Next up is the drain cleaner. Well, I accidentally deleted the video for my drain cleaner one, but here it is. This is the ammonia, which is sort of a greenish color. And this is the drain cleaner, which is about the same color as the ammonia. Also barely greenish, so it's not much of a stronger, higher pH than the ammonia. Here's the baking soda. As I expected, a weak base only turns the pH indicator blue. And here's the purple control. First, though, I need to test their pHs. The result for the vinegar test looks like I got a pH lower than 4. I checked and I can't test super acid pH with this, or super high pH. So if I've got a solution that has a pH greater than 13, I probably need to use a different tool. The result for the phosphoric acid, I have no idea how much the pink dye that was added to it affects the results, but it looks like it's lower than the vinegar. 3, maybe 2. The pH indicator doesn't have any colors for a lower pH. Then again, the odds of this is for aquarium use and for hydroponic gardening, so I had no idea why the indicator would need a pH lower than that. Okay, this is the reading for the ammonia, and it's becoming clear that the aquarium pH indicator may not have a wide enough range for my experiments. So I'm going to have to resort to other means to double check the indicator. It's referred to a similar procedure as this one on another website. I think it was Elsevier SciTech. I'll put the link on the video on the lab report. Looks like the vinegar had a pH of 2. The phosphoric acid had a pH of 1. The ammonia had a pH of 10. The drain cleaner, a pH of 9. And the baking soda, pH of 8. And the control, a pH of around 7. Keeping in mind that many plants are often acidic, so it could have been as low as 6. I will now put that in my worksheet. If I were to try this again, I would definitely get a pH reader with a wider range of pH test. So, I'll write up the lab reports. One thing I did find out about this, if the pH indicator is accurate enough, I might be able to use it to test a solution of calcium hydroxide for the process of making hominy. Usually wood ash or calcium hydroxide is used in a solution of warm water, and the corn is soaked in it overnight. If this procedure works, then I could probably use it to test the solution of calcium hydroxide to make sure it's strong enough.